Hungary is preparing to sink two massive barges deliberately into the Danube. The reason? To stop its only nuclear power plant from shutting down. Drought has pushed the river so low, the reactors are running out of cooling water. Soldiers are now building a rock wall across the riverbed. Hungary's energy security has come down to centimetres of water. Hungary's only nuclear power plant is on the brink of shutdown. The reason? Not a technical fault, but the weather. Months of drought and relentless heat have drained the Danube, one of Europe's largest rivers, to record low levels. The Paks nuclear plant relies on that river to cool its 4 reactors. Right now, it's running at just over 10% of capacity. Normally, Paks supplies close to half of Hungary's electricity. This week, the government is racing against the clock, sinking barges and building a wall of rock across the riverbed to keep the lights on.
Here we are in Paks. The first barge, the 80-meter-long barge, has arrived. It will be positioned across the Danube starting tomorrow morning. The other similar barge starts from Mohacs tonight. They will start driving the anchoring piles here. Everything will be prepared in advance, expectedly by Friday morning, in case the controlled sinking of the barges must be started, so that we do not have to shut down one of the 2 still operating turbines.
2 emergency measures are now underway, side by side. First, 2 80-metre barges are being towed to Paks. If the river keeps falling, they'll be turned across the Danube and deliberately sunk, a 6-hour operation designed to raise water at the plant's cooling intake by up to 20 centimetres. A final call on sinking them is expected Friday. Second, and more permanent, a bed sill, a low wall of stone and rock built directly into the riverbed just upstream of the plant. Crews began construction Thursday, using tens of thousands of cubic meters of rock, with more than 100 soldiers deployed to help. Engineers say it could raise the river near Paks by as much as a full meter.
On the opposite side, on the left bank of the Danube, the military has already arrived. Their forces are starting the construction of the bottom sill, first building the staging areas at the depot, then the construction itself. And on this side, other personnel participating in the defense, mostly from the Water Management Authority, will build the bottom sill. So, this is where we stand now.
The government says the cost of inaction dwarfs the cost of action. Running Paks at reduced output is draining Hungary's economy by as much as 50 billion forints a month, around $158 million. The barge and sill operation, by comparison, is expected to cost roughly 6 billion forints, about $19 million. But officials are adamant this isn't just about economics, it's about safety.
The most important thing remains maintaining nuclear safety. All authorities and experts agree that this solution, both the temporary and the intended permanent bottom sill, does not reduce the level of nuclear safety in any way.
Hungary isn't alone. Downstream in Romania, authorities sank 4 rock-laden barges into the Danube last week to try to save the Cernavada nuclear plant. It bought a few extra days, but wasn't enough. 1 reactor has already shut down, and full shutdown procedures were due to begin Thursday. In Hungary, a brief rise in the river over the weekend, thanks to rain in Austria, offered a short reprieve, letting Paks restart a second turbine. But officials warn the relief won't last. Forecasts point to the river falling again in the days ahead, edging back toward the critical threshold that would force a complete shutdown. As Magyar put it, the Danube has given us days, not months.
As you can see, the people at the far end are now mooring this 80-meter barge to the bank, and they will turn it around afterwards. Work is still going on here, even after 9:30. Of course, this is a very unique thing. It's not done very often, and obviously it's a temporary solution. There is no decision yet on whether 1 or 2 barges will be sunk. But as water forecasts are constantly changing, This morning, they were still predicting minus 132 centimeters for Friday.
For now, Hungary's energy security hangs on rock, steel, and the water level of a river that refuses to cooperate. Whether the barges are sunk, whether the bed sill holds, those answers come within days.
correct.